We're in Beckenham, South London. You can tell that because you've only got to look at the local landmark, Crystal Palace. Now, this particular task today is rather a tough one, so I've had to ask for a bit of extra help. And I've got my old mate Jimmy to join her, but I haven't told him how difficult the task is. You've got a tough day ahead of you, son.
Thanks, Tom.
Where is everyone?
Abandoned us.
Hello? Anybody here? Well, this is the garden, James. This is what we've got to do. Where is everyone?
Okay, here we go. Hey, this is all happening at once here, guys. Hello.
How are you?
Hello, Jimmy.
Morning.
Tommy.
Hi.
David. Martin, David. I can see you're going to be confused now. That's Jimmy.
One of those days, isn't it? Hi, Cass.
Hi there.
As you've probably guessed, David and Martin are identical twins. And they've written in and asked us to come and do the garden for their mother, Catherine. It's a nice garden, actually.
That garden's quite pretty, lovely. So what do you think your mum would like, then? I mean, what types of things does she like in the garden?
Well, she would like some decking.
Decking?
She's always gone about that.
Yeah.
And loads of plants.
Lots of plants, right?
Yeah.
Also, it must be like, very low maintenance.
She probably wants to spend more time sitting out here rather than working out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she does, yeah. So it'd be nice if we could have some decking. She can sit out there in the sun and...
OK, look, I'll put your mind at rest. I'll put decking down for you. I think he's mentioned that 10 times. I'm convinced.
Well, so it'd be lovely to renovate the summer house.
Yeah.
Because it's quite cute, isn't it, Jimmy? Do you think?
Yeah.
You don't sound convinced there. What would you do with it?
Have you got any matches?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
So that's your deck.
What's this part here, then?
Well, that's like an archway through. A path of some form, because you don't like this concrete path much, do you?
No.
So
Very
get
nice
rid
too.
of that path and have this like a... Well, I thought that was much bigger. We're going to have a little arboretum there with lots of small trees
Well, that'd
and
be
things.
nice.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like a raised walkway, like a boardwalk.
Very
Oh,
nice.
yeah, we could put that on wooden posts and we can step them up and down.
Yeah, but-
Oh, that look attractive.
So where's Mum gone then?
She's gone to stay with a friend. We said to her that we'll do her bedroom flooring with laminated flooring.
I bet she didn't believe that. She just thinks you're going to have a big party and raise it
She
up.
probably
all
does,
once.
actually. She's probably going to come
Petrified. Now, our researchers, where did they video her?
Well, I videoed her in Penge High Street when she was on a health promotion day for where she works.
Where did she work?
She works at BAS, which is the Bromley Alcohol Service.
We're in Penge High Street and we're promoting the drugs and alcohol services in the local area for Sure Start, which does a lot of work in this particular area with mums and young children.
Right, yeah.
I like working on a one-to-one basis. I like taking someone from the beginning right through their treatment.
Yeah.
Sort of seeing an end result, really,
Yeah.
which sometimes happens, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But that's the nature of the problem of alcohol
Yeah, of course.
and drugs. So.
Yeah. Have you had any people that have really come out and really achieved amazing things, or that you keep?
I have to be very careful about confidentiality.
Of course, yeah. Sorry.
Well, I'm not surprised she doesn't have much time to do the gardening.
No, she doesn't have much time at all, really, to do any work.
Right, so low maintenance. Here we go.
You know the one thing about building, you sometimes get to do a bit of demolition as well. It's very satisfying. Well, on the path, stay on the path.
You wait, by the end of tomorrow, they'll be really good. Exhausted, but really good.
Kirsty, do you want any help?
Yes, please. Small bags. These all your friends from school?
This is Matt. That's Kieran and that's Dan.
bit there, Jimmy. So what's happening?
Well, what I think we'll do...
Nice leg.
Charlie, it's big.
It's big. It's very tall, isn't it?
Tommy would even fit under there with Jimmy on his shoulders.
Shall we cut it down then?
I think so.
Do you know what time it is? It's 3:05 on day one, and not a thing made yet.
Speak for yourself. We've made a pergola, haven't we, Will?
We have indeed, Kirsty.
There goes the old straight path. We're replacing it with a shapely one to be made out of terracotta briquettes. Now, Tommy.
Interesting.
They're very interesting. They're not what I thought at all. What do you do with them then?
If you see, they've got 3 holes here.
So they're like tiny, tiny little briquettes.
Yeah, and they've got the slots here, and these are going to have to be cut with a hammer and bolster. But they should, because of the way they're positioned this, they probably snap easy. There's only about 4,500 of them. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. It's not very satisfactory, is it, really?
No.
Whose idea was it to get these?
I thought it was yours.
Yes, I'm afraid you're right. I'll tell you what I'll do. Look, there's the first one, right?
Well, why do we have to break them all up to make them
I'm not going to break them all up now.
No, just put them in as they
I'll do
are.
them solid like this, and that way we can get the shape that we want rather than square, see? So that goes
So
like
they're
that.
diamonds, really, aren't they?
That's it. Well, you know what they say, diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Right, great.
I think I might have got out of trouble there.
This is one of the flower beds. And as you can see, the soil's not too bad. It's a loam, which is quite good, because most of the plants we've got want a loamy soil. And they want that type of soil that you read about that it says it's free draining but moisture retentive. And this shouldn't be too bad. It's reasonably damp, but it's also nice and crumbly.
Apart from the bit where the path is.
Well, that's really free draining.
Yeah, it's full of dust and concrete and everything, really.
Lavenders are like that, poor soil.
Poor little lavenders. They'll grow anywhere.
Yeah. Your mum's going to come back and be totally sure.
I know.
Do you like what they're doing to the garden?
I do, actually.
Got a decking there.
It's a vast improvement.
Thank you, yes.
It is. No, I like it. I like that thing there.
All right.
You've actually done quite a lot today, haven't you?
Yeah.
I saw you taking out the path and stuff.
I know.
I was like, yes, rather than me.
Mark, what do you think this pipe is here?
I'm not sure. I think it's a water thing. I mean, I don't think it's gas.
Nice of you to tell us it. I don't think it's gas. Now we've been using all these tools around it. We've got to get it down.
Yeah.
So that we can get the deck in so it goes under the step.
No, while you're doing it, Tom, I'll go down to the end of the garden.
Well, you don't trust me?
No, I don't trust the pipe.
Here we go now, the moment of truth. I'm going to try and squash this down with this hammer now. If I were you, I would just go back a little bit.
Those glasses are going to do a lot of good, Tommy.
Is that what you call a vote of support? Right, well, that's as much as I dare do. Let's got it down a bit. Are you ready to lift, boys?
Yes.
Very good. Yeah, you have to lift it. That's it.
I'm sure there's a much simpler way of doing this, Tommy. You're just being very cruel.
Me and Willie could have lifted it ourselves. If you've got the help, you must use it. position it down. Not tight against the wall. It's going to be about 6 inches away from the wall.
It's like...
That's it. That's pretty good, that is, boys. 1 down, 1 to go. Right, well, you've done well today, guys. I think it's time for us to go home.
Yes.
Yeah? All right.
Yes.
Will you clear up and tidy up a little bit for us?
No worries.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Miss Dimmock, are you ready to retire?
Night, guys. Sleep well, and I'm
You've won
sure
that
you
one.
will.
And if Catherine phones up, make sure she doesn't suspect anything, all right?
Okay, move along.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Good night. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, well, if you're lucky.
Abandoned us again.
Wakey, wakey!
Just coming.
When I arrived yesterday, there was nobody at the front door.
Morning. Hi there.
Oh, good morning, boys.
Morning.
How are you?
Parties
thank
last
you.
night, then?
No.
hangovers?
No, not quite. Morning. Morning. Morning.
Thanks.
So what's your plan of attack, Mr. Walsh?
Well, I think we'll finish the deck off first.
Yep.
And then we'll split the workforce. Jimmy and Willie can work on the gazebo and I'll start doing the paving.
Okay.
Right, let's get started, guys.
Maybe. Right. We're laying the paviours out for Tommy. Looks quite nice, actually. So you'll step off the deck, round into this arbour area, and then carry on round and sweep round to the summer house. So he's got to cut all this in. Well, I think we'll probably be cutting it in.
Right.
Did Mum phone last night?
She did actually, yeah.
And what did she want to know what you were up to, did she?
Well, she asked about how the laminated flooring was coming along in her bedroom.
Yes.
And we sort of had to lie a little bit, saying it was coming on quite well. But yeah, she's fine.
You ready, James? We're ready to go now. Now, James has brought his own nail gun, so now it's Tommy 2 guns now, isn't it?
Now, most of the plants we're using are flowering shrubs or shrubs with lots of colour in their leaves, like the smoke bush. We've gone for things that are going to be really low maintenance, nothing to do to them. They'll just fill out and give lots of colour all year round. So we've got hebes, that'll make a nice round mound. Flowers all summer long. We've got lavenders. OK, you do need to trim the flowers off, but you don't have to. It'll just get much more leggier and sprawlier. Hydrangeas, honeysuckle to scramble up the fence. We've got a nice standard cotoneaster there, which gives some height to the border and come over the arbour, and you get all the fruit in the autumn.
So, how often do you have to water the plants?
Well, the plants really should be watered at least kind of once a day for the first 2 weeks.
Right.
Because they've been in a nice little pot in the nursery. They've been watered twice a day, and they've been quite happy. And now you're putting them in this soil that's very dry, even though we've had some rain, it's still very dry.
True.
And then you just leave them, so they're kind of like, what are you doing to me? Help! But after they've got established next year, the rain from the winter will be stored in the soil, so you won't need to do anything.
Brilliant.
Let me give you a hand to hold it up, shall I?
Go on then.
You're going to fix these to this, yeah?
Yes.
Should be the other way round.
No, not according to the picture.
No? All right.
I'm going off the picture, that's all.
I suppose it really makes it... No, that'll look better this way, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. That's it.
I was having so much fun.
I'm coming out the way now.
Thank you.
Leaving you back to it. I'm just getting that level.
Oh. Thank you.
I caught this.
Yeah. When you go back to your deck. Thanks for all the help. God, Struth.
Martin,
Yes?
where are all your friends?
I think they're still in bed.
That's no good, is it?
Might have to give them a ring in a minute.
I think that would be a good idea. This seems like a nice job for them, I think.
Yeah.
David, did you...
Martin.
Martin.
Morning, Martin. Morning, Kieran. What are you doing? I'm digging holes for these slabs to go in for the pathway.
Right, do you need a hand? Did you just say good morning? It's only just morning. It's now 11 o'clock. Where you been? It's an early start on this firm, you know. It's ready for you to cut. Now, what we're doing, we've made these go right angles to the rest of the deck, these end bits. And an easy tip for cutting these off nice and straight, to make them overlong, pin them down, and then using a straight edge as a guide, nail that to the surface temporarily, and then using a skill saw, James is going to cut them all off. See? It's as easy as that.
Okay.
Right, so...
You did the level thing. And we decided the straps were spot on, didn't we?
Did we? Mm-hmm. Well, they're definitely not level now. Look.
Oh no, they weren't level that way.
They weren't level what way?
They weren't level...
They weren't level across, but they were right distance apart.
Yes.
Okay, just because they're standing upright doesn't mean they're level. This side needs to come up a bit. So we just need to pull that out. Oh no, actually I meant to say take it down a bit.
Oh God! Can I get someone else in the level? Why don't we lift that one up?
Okay, so that it'll be about 2 inches in the ground. It's obviously very good quality. It looks to me as if it wants to go like that.
It does. That's exactly what it
Well,
wants
look
to do.
at the level now.
We don't
No
want to worry
wonder
about
it looks
It's
squiff.
rustic.
Right, go and look.
Okay, that looks lovely.
Right, quick, just get it in. Quick, before Tommy gets here and starts telling us what we should have done. Quick, Tommy's coming.
It's handy having this deck here. I can sit down on the job. Not for long, though. It's now 18 minutes past 1 on day 2, and I'm just starting to lay the path. We're that far behind that we're even letting the horticultural department step into the breach and help out with the construction department.
It's exciting. We're doing rustic, girl.
Oh, good.
It's meant to match the arbour. Is that level?
Level? Oh, at the end, you mean? Don't ask me if it's level.
And we've got to have a gap. This is going to be sort of slightly suspended so we can plant ferns underneath it. But it is very rustic because Tommy's drawn it. Let's see how Tommy's drawn it. As right angles. I don't think we want right angles, do we?
No, definitely not.
Thank God, I don't know what
See what I mean? They don't care about us, really.
Charlie,
Yes, yes.
what should we do about the swing seats in the loft?
Put it on the deck, boy.
Got it? I'm going to pop that on, yeah.
much longer have we got till she gets back?
I have no idea, and I'm a bit concerned, because if I was any mother and my 17-year-old son said, don't come back until 6 o'clock, I'll be here at 4:30.
Well, it's 4 o'clock now.
Oh, right.
So...
Half an hour? Ah! Phone, guys, it's the phone! Quick! Right there! The phone, come on! Come on! It's all rung off.
Hello? Hi, Mum. How are you? Good. What? Yeah. Yeah, so you're about to leave Anne's, are you, then? Yeah. Yeah, we should be finished. Yeah, could you actually, stop off at Tesco to get some bread and milk? OK, thank you. Yes, thanks, yeah. Yeah, bye. So,
you're a bit sort of tense and...
So, yeah, I know. It's been like...
That's a long run from the back of the garden, isn't it? Good, well done. Anyway, so what we've got 2 hours from Anne's, you
yes,
think?
At least.
Terrific, that's what I need to know. Let me go and tell Charlie the good news.
Right.
Charlie, we managed to get at least 2 hours. David's asked, or is it Martin?
One of them.
One of them's asked her to give him a ring. He said stop at Tesco's for milk and bread and to give him a ring from there. So then he can delay or play.
She will think they're up to no good whatsoever.
Well, I listened to the conversation. She hasn't got a clue.
Really?
So come on, let's get going, because we're going to need every single second we've got left.
If we get the trees in first, Kirsten.
Oh, we've got a pot as well for the deck.
We've got a pot to do as well. You see those bags of cobbles up there? Can you fill the gap between the deck?
Happy, yeah, Jim?
Yeah.
Burns, Digitalis, Foxgloves.
It's 20 to 5. I said I'd start this barbecue at 5 o'clock.
Well, we've got a Betula here, we've got a Purple Hazel here, we've got an Acer here, that's a snakebark Acer, we've got a Cercidophyllum, which apparently, according to everyone, smells of burnt sugar or toffee. Oh, and we've got a Rowan here, so it's going to look like a glorious little woodland.
What's that?
We got 1 hour, guys!
Is it going on all right, girls?
Yeah. How you going, Kirst?
Somebody take these empty bags away as well. Thank you. And this half moon.
Are you going to be finished in time?
I hope so. Tommy, how you going up there, mate? Got half an hour.
Put string back in.
15 minutes to go. We've got a quarter of the roof to go. This mat can go, by the way, guys. That's finished. Right. What I need is 2 pairs of hands.
We've got 10 minutes.
Anyone get hands off? Have we done? Yes! Quick, quick!
Where are we hiding?
Up here, behind everyone.
Where are we going?
Down here, behind everyone. Very small.
Yes. Have you been? Good.
Oh, really would have laughed if you'd missed that
The thing
one.
is, David and I actually have got a confession to make. We haven't done your floor.
What did you do last night? What did you do last night?
Come and look.
Oh, gosh.
It's all gravy.
Wow.
What do you think?
I've come to the wrong house.
He's been fibbing to you lots, hasn't he? Yes. Yeah. There's no floor done upstairs, I can tell you. You look a bit dumbfounded. It's a big setup.
Is it all coming
isn't it?
together now?
Oh, no.
Your 2 sons, well, they thought that you deserved some tender loving care. So
For everything that you do for everybody else. Oh, I can't believe I'm looking at the same place.
All your son's friends have been here helping. So
Thank you ever so much.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
yeah.
Thank you.
Now, do you remember that horrible broken down thing that was
Glass.
2/3 of the way down your garden?
I'd given up looking at it because it was so awful. I just sort of looked past it all the time. Well, it's a lovely place to sit. Oh, gosh.
I guess there comes a moment in every parent's life when they realise that their children are capable of lying, scheming and concealing their actions big time. It's part of their becoming independent and it always comes as a surprise. Catherine has just had that moment.
When she comes round, she'll be able to wander the path, rusticate in the arbour, or just relax on the deck she's so wanted. And just take it all in, slowly.
I feel as I'm in a dream at the moment, so I just sort of can't register it all.
David, Martin, come here. Come here, you
They
horrible
deserve
children.
a good cuddle. Go on, boys. Now, David.
That one's Tommy's.
I got it right. Thank you.
Woo! Hey,
Wow. It's raining champagne corks here today. Can we want to say goodbye and wrap this up because the barbecue's going and they've got some lovely sausages up there and I've got business up there, okay? So, from the Ground Force team and all the Beckenham buddies,
Hey!
thanks, guys, for all your help. Until the next time, cheers! Together. Do it again. Cheers!
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Like that.
I was going to go up there tonight with sort of a really new decorated bedroom, new furniture and...
That's not been touched.
No, sorry, they've been slogging their guts out, I think, the
This is
phrases.
absolutely fantastic.
They almost fell over last night.
In a good 2 days.